Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the February meeting of the Philadelphia Land Bank Board. We will start with a statement from our attorney about holding virtual meetings.
Good morning, everyone. Today's meeting is being held by an authorized communication device because of the continued closure of our offices due to the public due to the COVID pandemic. This meeting is being recorded. Questions and comments may be made using the Q&A function or the raised hand button at the bottom of your screen. If you are calling in and not using the Zoom webinar link, you may ask questions or make comments by pressing *9 on your phone. You can also use the raise hand function at the bottom of your screen. Please do not use the chat function. If any member of the public has any issues submitting questions or comments, please send an email to my email address, which I will place in the chat. Please note all questions and comments received by email or through the Q&A function will be included in the minutes. Also, prior to today's public session, the board held a brief executive session at which the meeting agenda was reviewed. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll go to roll call.
Yes, Ann Fadulin.
Here.
Alexander Balloon.
Here.
Andrew Goodman.
Here.
Maria Gonzalez.
Here.
Michael Johns.
Here.
Michael Coombs. Majida Rashid. Rick Sauer.
Here.
Rebecca Lopez Cruz.
I'm here.
Rich DeMarco.
I'm here.
Okay, we have a quorum and can proceed.
Great. Thank you. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the January Philadelphia Land Bank Board meeting. Hopefully the board has had a chance to review those minutes. If there's no questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded to approve the minutes from the January Land Bank Board meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, and that brings us to the administrative matters on our agenda. We'll start with item 3A, which is interagency transfers.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Today we're asking the board to authorize conveyance of titles of properties that are owned by the authority through the land bank to the Philadelphia Housing Authority. Conveyance will be for the disposition, reuse, and management by PHA. The authority-owned properties approved for conveyance or being approved for conveyance through the land bank to PHA are as follows, are all on Rudy Robinson Way. That is 1 Rudy Robinson Way, 3 Rudy Robinson Way, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 Rudy Robinson Way, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29 Rudy Robinson Way, 31, 33, 35, 37, 39 Rudy Robinson Way, and 41, 43, 45, 47, and 49 Rudy Robinson Way.
Thank you. Any questions from the board on this item? Seeing none, do we have any members of the public that wish to comment on this item? I'm sorry, Rick, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just thought it'd be helpful to clarify what the transfer is supporting.
The transfer is supporting a development of affordable home ownership as part of a larger phase project by the Philadelphia Housing Authority.
Right, it's part of the West Park redevelopment. And I'm sorry, Andrea, did we receive any emails or comments from the pub prior to the meeting?
We did not receive any public comments or emails.
Okay, now we'll see, are there any members of the public that wish to comment or have a question or anything on this item? Seeing none, can I get a motion from the board?
I make a motion to approve the transfer of the properties.
Second.
Okay.
Motion has been made and properly seconded to approve the transfer of these properties to the Philadelphia Housing Authority. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion carries, and that brings us to item 3B, which is a substitution of a developer entity.
Thanks again, Madam Chair. Item 3B comes to us on behalf of 3434 Kensington LLC. By resolution number 2022-47, that was adopted last November, the board approved the conveyance of 3418, 3420, and 3422 Kensington Avenue, known as the premises. We approved the conveyance to GM Holdings LLC for the business expansion of an existing parking lot on the adjacent properties, which are owned by 3434 Kensington LLC. The application was unsolicited and evaluated pursuant to the disposition policy, and the premises will be sold at fair market value. Today, the board is requested to approve the substitution of the applicant for GM Holdings as the approved developer of the premises. The entity substitution is requested in order to facilitate the consolidation of the premises with the other properties in the project as a required step in the completion of this particular project. Both LLCs are owned by the same, only controlled by the same member, which is George Manosis, listed here. Just want to clarify again for the board that the applicant 3434 Kensington LLC is an affiliate of GM Holdings and has owned the adjacent parcels since 2017. They again own the current adjacent properties, and it'll be assembled to complete the business expansion at this location. All other terms of the resolution number 2022-47, which was approved last November, will remain in force and in full effect.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on this item from the board? Seeing none, Andrea, did we receive any comments from the public prior to the board meeting on this item? I'm sorry, Andrea, you are muted.
Sorry, no, we did not with respect to this item.
Thank you. Are there any members present from the public now that wish to provide any comment on this item? Seeing none, can I get a motion from the board?
Motion to approve the substitution.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. We do have a question in the Q&A asking about the processing time once an application is submitted. Staff, could you please respond to that question in the chat? Thank you, in the Q&A. Are there any other items or questions that anybody from the public wishes to approach the board about? Seeing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion has been made and properly seconded to adjourn the February Land Bank Board meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Oh, Elaine Johnson has her hand up. I'm sorry, who also had the question in the chat. Ms. Johnson, go ahead. Can we unmute Ms. Johnson? Go ahead, Ms. Johnson.
I wanted to make sure before you adjourn that the question did get answered in the chat because I haven't seen it yet.
I'm answering right now.
And then Jesse, maybe you could provide your contact information too. So if Ms. Johnson has follow-up questions, she can reach directly to you.
Certainly will.
All right, so once we end the meeting, she wouldn't have access to your answer, Jesse, so.
Yeah.
Right. So let's type as fast as we can.
It's in there, and I will drop again, Ms. Johnson, my email in the chat for everyone.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Wonderful. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you back here in March for the March Land Bank Board meeting. All right. For board members, do we need to stay on?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you to the public, and we'll see folks next month. So